we will look into the integer data type. All right. So like we've already introduced this yesterday, right? So integers are those numbers which will have no decimal points. Okay. And they will be either positive or negative. It's like -1, -2, -3, or 1, 2, 3. It goes on till infinity, and it also includes 0. All right. And when you write a number, see, generally, I will just one second. So when you one second, please. So when you write a number, right, in a book, if we are writing, we can write we'll write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this, or some people might write like 12,035. What they'll do, they'll leave some space. Sometimes people do this, or what we will do, we'll put a comma and we'll write like this, right, 12,035, 345. So in Python, if you're writing a number, it should not contain any spaces or any special characters like these. Okay, inside number, it should just be the whole number. All right. The only special character allowed is a single underscore. For example, can you see this? You're able to see my notepad, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So if I want to write this for more clarity, okay, say I'm having a very big number. Say I'm having 12 crore 345 lakhs and 456, something like this. Okay. I want to represent this in my code in such a way that if somebody is reading it, they'll know that okay, there are so many lakhs and there are so many crores in this. So what I can do, it is just for a display purpose. Okay. The system itself will not take anything from it. For it, the number will just be, it will just look at the number like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. This is how it will look at the number. But if at all you want to uh, uh, decorate your number, the only thing allowed is using an underscore instead of a comma. You can write this number like this inside your code. Okay, do you understand? Usually, we will not go take the pains to write numbers like this, right? We'll just write a number like this because the computer will only understand and see this. Okay, this is just for your extra information. That's all. If you come across a code having a number with single underscores inside them, just understand that it is not an error. That code will not give you an error. Okay. In place of commas, when we write numbers like these in place of commas, we use underscores. Okay. Just good to know information. So negative numbers, like we write in mathematics, same thing. We use a negative sign and we can write 234. So minus 234, I'll write like this. Positive numbers, I can either write like this, or even if we include a plus in front of it, it's not an error. Okay. You need not do it, but if you do it, it is not an issue. All right. So that is what it is, an integer. So you will have no decimal points, no dots in the number. You should not have any space or commas in the number. Only special character allowed within an integer is a single underscore. Okay. Then for negative numbers, you will prefix it with a minus sign. For positive numbers, you need not prefix it with anything. But if you prefix it with a plus sign, it is fine. It is not a error. Okay. So next, we have something called octal numbers and hexadecimal numbers. Anybody does not know what an octal number or hexadecimal number is? Is there anybody in the class?
Ma'am, me.
Me also.
Okay. Okay, fine. See, octal number means now the numbers which we use in daily life, right? Like this. All of these are called base 10 numbers. Why? Because these are what? Wait, I'll see. Base 10 numbers. Why? Because how many digits we have in our number system, guys? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm sorry, 7, 8, 9. So basically we have 10 single digit numbers, right? Correct. So this is called a decimal system or a base 10 number. All right. Now when I say octal, it's base 8. So can you guess what base 8 means? It will have only 8 symbols to represent numbers. So it will start from 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So using only these 8 numbers, we will be building up the other numbers. Okay, just to get an idea of what an octal number is, just understand this. So decimal numbers, we have 10 separate single digit numbers to build up other numbers. Okay. So it's called a decimal or a base 10 number. Octal number, like you have octa means 8. So they're called base 8 numbers, which means you will have only 8 symbols, okay, to build up your numbers. Then when I say hexa, hexa means hexadecimal. Hexa means 6, right? Hexadecimal. 10 plus 6 means base 16. 10 plus 6 is 16, right? So here in this system, we'll have 16 symbols, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are 10 symbols plus A, B, C, D, E, and F. All right. So using these symbols, we will be writing the numbers. How you can understand? No, in Hindi, how will you write one? One will look different. You've seen Hindi once, guys. Everybody, how a one will look in Hindi?
Yeah.
It will look like a 9 with a smaller round. Okay. In Hindi, one will look different, two will look different. I'll just show it to you. Can you see here? See, Hindi numbers, it's still a decimal system because it uses, but look at the symbols, how they're writing in Hindi. They look different, right? They're not a usual Arabic system that we are using. Same way, we have this octal and hexadecimal numbers. Here, instead of using something foreign, we are using the normal Arabic system, but the number of symbols which we use to represent a number is limited. This will have just 8. For example, in this, if I want to represent number 10, okay, see, I'll show you. Now, from decimal to octal, if I say I want to represent number 10 in octal system, see what it is telling me. In octal system, it will represent as 1. It's not 12, okay, it's 1 and 2. You're using two symbols, 1 and 2, to represent 10. And in hexadecimal number, it is A. So in hexadecimal number system, if I write A, it means I'm telling number 10. In octal number system, if I write 1 and 2, it means I'm giving 10. Okay. See, if you want to learn further about this, I'll just send out a small study material to you so that you can just see how we can build an octal number. It's not really a focus of this course, but if you want to know, lots of resources are available on Google. I'll just send over a document to you so that you can understand easy. Okay, so basically, do you get an idea of what an octal and an hexadecimal number is? Everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any difficulty? You don't understand anything? Please feel free to ask me. Anybody not understood anything? Okay, so we'll move on then. Okay, so in Python, we have provisions to represent octal and hexadecimal numbers as well. Okay, so when you want to denote an octal number, now, like I told you, I will wait. I'll just open my IDL. Okay, now I told you, right? 10. I want to represent 10 as an octal number. What I will do? First, I will put a 0. Then I'll put either a small o, a capital O, or a small o. Okay, it means O means octal, right? So I'll put a small o or capital O and I will write 10. Just see what print will give me. It is telling it is number 8, which means this 10 in octal system is decimal number 8. Okay. So when you want to represent octal numbers in your code or hexadecimal numbers in your code, you will prefix the octal or hexadecimal number with this. Now for hexadecimal, you will have small x or capital X. And say now hexadecimal, I'm writing A. We saw, right? A means 10. I showed you with this converter. So A means 10. So when I gave print A, which is hexadecimal, I told, what did I tell print? I told print that I want to print A, which is a hexadecimal number. So what it did, it converted it to decimal number and printed it out to me. Now same way, we will see number 10 itself in octal number also. So when I say 0, don't confuse the 0 and O, okay? First is always 0. And then if it is O, it is hexadecimal. If it is, sorry, if O, it is octal, and X means hexadecimal. So I put a O and I say 1, 2. So what Python will tell me? It will tell me, okay, you're representing number 10. Okay. So whatever number in any system I want to write, I will write it and prefix it with the corresponding number system. I'm telling I'm using a hexadecimal number system and I want to print the number A. Okay. So this is just, we will not be using the, so it's either a 0 followed by a small O or a capital O for octal system, or it is a 0 with a small x or a capital X followed by the hexadecimal number. Okay.